These 12 times hunters decided to mess with animals will surely remind you not to do the same. Number 12. Captured on thermal video, this clip begins by showing us a group of hunters trying to drive away a group of invasive animals. At one point, though, they spot a herd of wild boars approaching and try to drive them away also, but not without a fight.
Uh-oh, one's running right at us.
Wild boars are hard and tough animals, capable of charging toward any threat at exceptional speeds. It's not totally clear what happened to the boar. However, the hunters managed to make it out safely. Number 11. This next terrifying animal encounter shows two hunters trying to get past a large and aggressive mother bear nursing her 3 cubs.
And all of a sudden, like, out of our side view comes like, not just one bear, but 4 of them. It's a sow packing 3 little spring-born cubs.
The hunters quickly realize that they are in a lot of trouble after seeing the predator already in an aggressive and defensive mood. After a while, they see the animal approaching their area, so they try to scare it away by making loud noises.
You're barking at us?
Yeah. Take your kids and go. See her? Hey, Mom! She just came through this gap. She's coming this way.
Grizzly bears, who are already aggressive in nature, become a lot more aggressive when nursing. Still undeterred, and now more aggressive than ever, the bear barks and growls in the bushes before deciding to take matters into its own jaws.
Comes around a tree, we chamber around.
Hey, Mom! Hey!
Callahan shooting. She doesn't care at all.
Thankfully, after the first warning shot, the bear gets the message and runs away. Number 10. Here, a group of terrified hunters can be seen running for their lives, while the thick, snowy terrain makes their attempt at running harder. After the camera turns around, the reason for their panic becomes clear as a small group of boars comes charging towards them.
Fuck!
The boars are able to outrun the men in the snow due to their short frame and powerful hind muscles. One of the charging animals hits one of the men, and just as they thought that it was over, they see this terrifying sight. More boars emerge from the horizon, shocking them at first, but the men remain calm and stand their ground while shouting loud noises. The video cuts short, so it's unclear what happened next. Number 9. Filmed in Montana, this hunter is suddenly thrown into a close encounter with a mountain lion, which are known to stalk their prey for miles on end.
Get out of here! Get!
He proceeds to pull his gun out, and inevitably shakes the camera, which makes us lose sight of the predator and the distance in between them. After he pulls out his gun, he aims it at the animal, and what happens next is something you should see for yourself. Fortunately for him, the predator spares him, and he thankfully doesn't have to use lethal force. Number 8. In the beginning of this horror-striking encounter, a man can be seen recording a large moose minding its own business, feeding on the vegetation nearby. As the moose raises its head, it notices the human recording it and, unfortunately, doesn't like being filmed too much. What we see next is the camera spinning wildly while the man gets presumably charged and thrashed around by the huge herbivore. These animals are naturally very jumpy and reactive by nature, which helps it survive in the wild by avoiding predators. Thankfully, though, according to the video description, the man is safe. Number 7. Filmed in Kruger National Park, this group of armed tourists are seen walking around trying to get a closer look at a lion they saw earlier. As the group gets closer, the predator gets understandably more angry, leaving it no choice but to show them how dangerous it can be. Lions are territorial and aggressive animals that will never think twice about defending their pride and their territory. The group immediately stops in their tracks and respects the predator's territory. The clip ends by showing us the lion walking away from the encounter. Number 6. To start this encounter off, a hunter can be seen walking a forest trail when out of nowhere something comes out from the bushes. The two of them get into an intense stare-down, which only lasts a couple of seconds, but must have felt like hours.
Get out of here, bear. Get out of here, bear. Get out of here.
The bear ultimately decides to run and disappear into bushes, which worries the hunter, thinking it could strike at any moment. Despite what most media might say, bears are not the terrifying human hunters they are made out to be, but scared and mainly defensive animals. The threat of an attack eventually disappears, and the man is able to cross successfully. Number 5. Starting off intensely, the video opens by showing us a hunter shooting a wild boar being chased by his 2 hunting dogs. A few seconds later, he walks towards his kill in order to investigate it, only to end up as the prey this time. The man isn't injured by the encounter as it ends with the boar running away. Number 4. A hunter can be seen laying down on the ground and stalking a young black bear in the beginning of this terrifying encounter. He readies his gun and points it at the animal as it slowly approaches him. At first, it walks past him, but being the adolescent, curious bear it is, it checks him out one last time. Due to the commendable calmness and the experience of the hunter, they both leave safely. Number 3. The clip shows a dog spotting a large grizzly bear and runs straight at the predator without any hesitation. The bear tries its best to scare the dog and retreat, but the dog is relentless and unfazed by the bear's size and threats. When trained properly, dogs can be good bear alerts, as medium-sized dogs are agile and good at dodging bear attacks. Unfortunately, the clip ends without explaining what happens after the encounter. Number 2. In this video, a man and his friend can be seen observing a large moose that they have suddenly crossed paths with. Even though the moose doesn't appear to be hostile, the man at the front doesn't take any risks and remains behind his thick tree. These unpredictable animals are very dangerous and capable of severely injuring or even killing a human if it wanted to. After a while, the moose begins to move forward, forcing the man to retreat a few steps back. But just as they thought everything was over, the large herbivore decides to show them how different cartoons are from real life. The clip ends abruptly, and no information can be found about the outcome. Number 1. While cutting up and preparing their fresh kill, 2 hunters get interrupted when they are suddenly forced to defend their food.
The adult grizzly is only 70 yards.
Bears are thought to have the best sense of smell of any animal in the wild, able to smell from 20 miles away. After seeing the bear, one of the hunters immediately takes his gun out and readies it.
From the brothers and getting closer.
This ain't good. Hey, Bear. Gun loaded. Is there bullets in it? Yeah, Bear.
The predator eventually sees the 2 men guarding the kill, leading to something unexpected happening.
Coming right at us.
The bear runs at the sight of the hunters, which is fortunate for both sides. Thanks for watching until the end. Check out this other video you might also like. I'll see you there.